I can see birds flying, I see children smiling. When I think about all of the things that you and me could do, I want to be with you both day and night. Sit on the grass beneath the moonlight. I know that life won't last forever, but at least we can grow old together. I can see the sunlight reflecting in your eyes. When I think about all of the things that you and me could be, both day and night. Sit on the grass beneath the moonlight. I know that life won't last forever, but at least
there's a pace here that I'm still not quite familiar with. There's a noise coming from the fridge and a mess that isn't mine. There's a broken chair that I've been sitting on lately. Feels hard, feels so low. There's a beautiful porch with parts dropping from the ceiling. There's a man enjoying his loneliness as I am sipping. And my body's still, but my open eyes are looking. I like it here, but sometimes I just feel like up and leaving. Can't wait, can't wait to get home. Can't wait to get home. There are footsteps that are loud, they step on my sleeping. trying to breathe it. But as we drive, it all just I've been sailing for many years, tried to find you and face my fear. 'Cause I've been dreaming far away for that sunrise light of day. But by the sea, I'm alright. By the sea, I'm alright. By the sea, I'm alive. I've been wondering where'd you go? Tried to find you on the road. I crossed the waters and left my home. I looked all over for my love, but by the sea.